Your best outfit would not be complete without a pair of shoes, and our beautiful handmade cards don't have the finished look without a coordinating envelope. Let's talk about some beautiful ways to decorate your envelopes, some really creative ones you may not have seen before. Let's take a look. Idea one for beautiful envelopes. Have you ever embossed on your envelopes? I did two different ways here. For this one, I embossed the entire thing without the flap. I want to show you how to do this. You can open up your folder, line up the fold line with the edge, shut it, run it through this direction. That's one way. For this one, I only embossed the flap, as you can see. So I did it basically the opposite. I just inserted the flap inside and again, ran it through this direction. But those are so beautiful. That's an embossing folder called Damask Designs. Just so pretty. Idea two for beautiful decorative envelopes. Scoring. Have you ever done decorative scoring on your envelopes? Here are several patterns, but the sky is the limit with this. For this one, I just scored just in from the edge of each side, rotate, score until I had done all of them. Here is one I did the angles. I shared a tutorial on this recently. I'm going to link to you in the video description below where you can get a lot of ideas for how to line up those diagonals and get them perfect and hold them in place. Here's one. I did a double score line each direction to create a frame for the address in the center. This one, I just did score lines there on the flap. So there's so many different ways you can do this. Die cutting. Have you ever either die cut your envelopes or added die cuts to your envelopes? Border dies are perfect to make decorative flaps on your envelopes. So that's one idea you can try. You can also add die cuts to your envelopes. With this, you want to make sure they are very securely attached with some excellent glue or tape. I use my favorite multi-purpose glue to attach this one right here to coordinate with this card. We're going to see some more coordinating envelope ideas here in just a moment. Before we get to them, I want to show you this. This is a new set that I just got, designed specifically to make lovely envelopes. Is this not? I love these. So here's what the stamp set looks like. It has the large circular stamp, has the large rectangular stamp, and then you can finish the corner with one of the stamps from this set, or you're going to see on these others how I finished it with stamps to coordinate with the cards that I was using. So let's take a look at those. Here are some cards I made recently that I really loved how they turned out. For each one, I made a coordinating envelope. So let's take a look here. I used that stamp set I just showed to you called Addressed to You with the rectangular stamp and the leaves up here in the corner. Now, while I'm thinking about it, I want to get your feedback on this. I would love to hear your best tips for mailing handmade cards. If you would comment below, tell us your best tips for mailing handmade cards. I know we have issues. Sometimes we get extra postage added. We want to protect the bumps when we add embellishments, all different kinds of things. I know you all have lots of tips. I would love for you to share those below. So here I finished that rectangle with the two leaves to match this card that I had created. So here's another card, and here is the envelope I created to match it. Same idea, but I used that circular stamp. Now I have some other ideas for different places, different ways to stamp those envelopes. So here is one, very simple, just down in the bottom corner, but I stamped that same greeting that I had on the front of this card. Here's another one, and I took this nice little decorative motif from the edges, and I created the same decoration for on top of and below where the address will be. Isn't that just a nice touch? Like, we love to get happy mail anyway, and especially if it's pretty from the time you see it, that's so much more exciting than all those bills and junk mail that we get. Next card, an envelope. I just stamped these matching corner decorations. again, around where the address will be on the envelope here. Here's another one, that same decorative motif. I stamped all the way across the top and the bottom. You can create borders. You could stamp large images in the background of your card if they're faded, so you can still see the address, of course. You can do corners. You can stamp the back. Here we're going to look at one that I stamped on the flap. We love to stamp the flaps of our envelopes, of course. Now, to stamp the flap of your envelope without stamping down here, here's the key. When you stamp this edge of the flap, you want to have it folded closed like it is, stamp off the edge. And then for the rest of it, you want to open it up and stamp off the edge this way. So you can just stamp a single stamp on the back of your stamp. You can actually stamp over the seal, so part of it is on top and part of it is below. So many ideas for beautiful envelopes. So I hope you can use some of these tips on your upcoming cards and coordinating envelopes. Make sure to take a look at the comments from other card makers on their best tips for mailing their cards out. While you're down there, in the video description below is a link. I would love for you to sign up for my email updates. I have special promotions. We have sales on our products. Sometimes I'm doing card classes in the mail. Make sure you sign up for that email so that you get updates in your inbox and you know what's happening. Special promotions. All right, let's chat for today. We're in the colder months of the year. Thought I would talk about, I know people struggle this time of year with, they can call it seasonal affective disorder, depression, just blues and down in the dumps, okay? Where I live, Farmer Matt likes to call it, remember, he calls it the permacloud from Lake Michigan, that you drive an hour south of here, it's sunny and beautiful. We have the permacloud almost all winter long. So it can get long without sunlight. I thought I would share a few things that can help people. I have never used one of these, but they make lamps. Lamps you can use and expose yourself to that are basically similar, supposed to create the same effect or a similar effect as being exposed to the sun, okay? So when we are exposed to the sun, our bodies produce vitamin D. Vitamin D has a critical role in our mental outlook, I believe, keeping us well mentally. So that's an idea. Just get outside. Get outside. A lot of us just need to get outside more. So that's something, especially when it's sunny out. But other sources of vitamin D. So with the diet that I was on, one of the reasons I love this diet is because they were not trying to sell me anything. They were healing people with food. It's called the GAPS diet. You should look it up. From Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride. If you look it up on other websites, they'll be like, oh, it's not scientifically proven. Yeah, because nobody's going to fund the study to do it. Like, it's healed thousands and thousands of people of awful conditions that the medical system says we can't fix or change. But anyway, the GAPS diet. But one of the things I loved about it is they're not trying to sell me anything, and they don't really recommend very many supplements. So the only supplements that I take currently are iodine, selenium, good salt. I take Celtic sea salt, which is loaded with like 75 minerals in it. Salt also has a very important role in our bodies, including with detox and flow of everything in and out of the cells of our body. Every cell in our body needs salt. Even though we're preached to that salt is terrible for us, we need to be using good salt, not iodized salt. So I take iodine, selenium, salt, and sometimes when I remember, cod liver oil. That's why I'm bringing this up here. It sounds kind of gross. I get the lemon flavor. They make peppermint flavor. I don't really think it's that bad. You could probably mix it in with some food and not even know it's there if you get the plain flavor. I wouldn't mix in peppermint with my food normally unless it's like a hot chocolate. I don't know. But anyway, cod liver oil is a supplement that one of my aunts, she's been into the natural stuff for a long time. She's been preaching the cod liver oil to me for a long time, and I see it a lot of other places as well. But anyway, that's a great place to get vitamin D. Two of the most nutritious foods that also have, I think they both have a lot of vitamin D in them. Eggs, egg yolks in particular, and liver as well, and organ meats. I know we don't like to talk about these things, and a lot of us don't like them, but our bodies are struggling to get the nutrition they need. And that's where a lot of our health problems are coming from. So cod liver oil, I'm not a doctor, I don't give medical advice, but if you struggle this time of year, the other thing I have seen from a doctor that I trust that heals people naturally, that it has been proven that exercise is as effective in keeping our minds well as depression medicine. Like exercise is as effective at helping with depression as medicine. So, oh man, that's a tough one. Like exercise takes time and effort. Oh, the pill doesn't, but the pill probably can have those side effects. Anyway, I just thought I just try to share things that we don't pick these things up from the world, because things like this don't make advertisements to share these things with us, because nobody's going to get rich off of them, right? That's what I have for today. I hope you are well. What is the scripture? We were created of sound mind. We were, and we are under attack, and we must learn how to fight back appropriately in the ways we have to fight back. I appreciate you. I hope you'll be back again next time when I'll be here helping you to hand make with love.